play 4 opening themes at a time. We'll let that cricket in here.
What are we gonna do, Bob?
Do a show.
Everybody go. Overstatement now. That's where I'm going.
All I can tell you is I was blown away by what I saw as just a guest in the labs, just a guest of being a part of the staff. I can't even imagine the thrills and the chills. It was almost more than I could take. But I got to tell you, I met Bob Scott and I spent some time talking with him. He's an excellent storyteller. I always enjoy a good story. And Bob Doyle, he was there too. If you're sitting around on a Saturday night and you don't know what to do, you might check out the Lounge Show.
It's The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle, 2 veteran broadcasters who love to hear themselves talk and are somehow able to tolerate each other. Let's see if you can tolerate them as well. Here's Rob and Bob.
Oh, slow motion.
Slow-mo.
What's
wait.
Whoa, hey, where are
me.
we right now?
Yeah, that was a button that was not suppressed.
Oh my God, that was out
That
of
awful.
control. You know, it's
Out of
actually a
bounds.
miracle we're on the air tonight. But what is it
Why?
that's on the air, Rob? Let's tell everybody what they're watching, because they're out there going, I'm scanning, I'm looking, and here this thing catches my eye. What is it? Because I'm invested.
How do you know all of that transpires? How do you know that happens?
I've
What,
got
you
a
just-
different console than you. Stop asking so many questions.
Whoa, language, mister.
Oh.
Language.
Are we not speaking English today?
9 o'clock on a Saturday.
And you
It's
know
9
what that
o'clock on a
means.
Saturday. Yeah, that's the Lounge Show. This is the Lounge Show. Bob and I have done this for a long
It's
time.
9 o'clock on a Saturday.
And I'm in Atlanta.
And I'm
It
in
doesn't
Las
say
Vegas.
That, it doesn't say that. beneath
Oh,
my
you're
name.
right. What the? Where is it? Okay, there.
That's
All
fine.
right.
Oh, there it is.
No.
So do we have to do it again?
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, there it is.
Welcome to the Lounge Show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bob Doyle, and I'm the
And I'm
one in
Rob
Las
Scott.
Vegas.
Yeah, and I'm the one in Atlanta. See what I did there? I did a whole pretend it was below. Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Oh, like you were
I'm in
looking.
Yeah, like I
Like
was
you were
looking at-
reading, like the words were floating in front of you.
Right.
I get it. It's like a
Rob's
joke. It's a bit. It's a visual bit.
It's a bit. It's a bit. That's like what I did at Sammy's wedding when I took the invitation out. You're reading it. Who am I? I'm Rob Scott in Atlanta.
Yeah, classic.
I will say I was pretty proud of that. I was pretty proud of that open, and it came to me when I was writing the day before, so it wasn't like oh man, for 4 months this will be a great open. But I got
When she's born, you know when you're married. Have I got a line?
And I got a line. So I was pretty pleased with that, and I like the backstory where you apparently said to Tracy, "Okay, here we go," or something to that effect. With the opening line,
Probably.
and I was pretty pleased with that whole. That makes me laugh, just like it made me laugh when Steven was in town last week for the holidays, and it dawned on me after he left that he makes me. I laugh. We like when he was a little kid. You're doing the dad's kid thing, but now he's a grown dude, and I am like we laugh at the same crap. We went to get food. Maybe I told you this. We went to get food. We were doing a barbecue. We were going to cook for everyone, and so Steven and I were tasked with going to the store and getting the ground beef and the chicken and all the baked beans and all that thing. And when we're leaving, it was like noon, and I said, "Have you eaten?" And he said, "No." And I said, "We're going to be hungry. We should. There's a deli. Let's just get some subs." It's been one of those big stores. You just go over to the deli. And so we get over there, and this guy working it, I think, first day, older man, really nice guy, but very, it took forever for him just to get Steven's. And now what do you want? And Stephen goes, onions and thing. And then the guy goes, and what do you want?
So,
Onions
of
and
America. America.
Right, America. So finally, the guy says, do you want it toasted? And Stephen goes, oh, okay, fine, toast it. And so he puts it in the toaster.
So he gets out a lighter.
But he put it in there, and I go, okay, I'll have it. He goes, I'm not done with his. And I'm thinking, it's in the toaster oven. You can certainly slice bread or whatever. And so then, like 30 seconds go by, and he looks at Stephen and he says, do you think it's done? And now it's getting funny. And so Stephen goes, I don't know. You're the expert. I don't. All right. So and then finally his sub was done, and it took him forever to wrap it. And then he did the same ordeal with me, except I wasn't going to even think of having him toast my sub. The point is, on the drive home, man, did we laugh. Laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. That's the point of my story.
That was the thing about, I'm just going to say it, when I'd go to Publix, because I loved their Philly cheese, right? Philly cheese with mushrooms and onions and peppers, the whole thing. I loved it. But man, oh man, their policy of one sandwich at a time or whatever, it's brutal. If you see a line and you're like,
no,
and you don't know what they're going to order. Okay, I want this, and then I want, no.
What kind of sprouts do you have? No, just put something green on. Let's keep the line moving, No soup for you. It's brutal when you go to pub. You know what I do when I see that? If there's like more than 3, over to the deli case and get a pre-made sub. Fine, going to get the beef and cheddar, or I'm going to get the turkey and Swiss. They have some pre-made subs, which are not nearly as good.
I only ever got that.
Just the one?
The Philly cheese, yeah. I just loved it. I mean, you like what you like.
That was a hot sandwich, though? That was off the griddle?
Oh, yeah.
You know who else does a really good
and
Philly
I mean, it's all, the
like
cheese is all melty. And, well.
When you say press it, then I just thought it might be like.
Yeah. Yes.
Jersey Mike's, by the way, if you ever need it, Jersey Mike's has a great Philly cheesesteak that they do on the griddle. In the old drinking days, Bob, that was a hangover helper. Big time hangover.
When you need a helping hand.
Hamburger helper.
Hamburger
helper.
helper.
When's the last time you made that? When's the last time you made it? Something like that. Something like hamburger helper or Kraft macaroni and cheese. Or
does rice-a-roni count?
Yes, it does. Totally.
Because rice-a-roni I've made more recently, but hamburger helper and all that stuff, no. Like I'd say the past couple of years and before that, but I mean it's not frequent. Before that, it was like decades, seriously.
And then ramen too. I can't remember the last time I made ramen, but I still have some in the cupboard downstairs in case. I know the last time I had ramen. The last time I had ramen was during COVID, and I couldn't taste or smell anything anyway. So I said, you got to eat something. You might as well use up all this old food that you're not even going to know if it tastes good. And all that is what? Some sort of pasta and spices or salt.
I'm not sure that the grocery store ramen classifies as pasta.
Fair.
It's very. I think the purist would say no.
Purist.
But I think you can get ramen that's good, like in a restaurant or something. I mean,
no, that's different.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stephen, we found a good ramen place in Salt Lake when I visited, and then they bring you the bowl, and there's the hard-boiled egg, and you can have pieces of pork or whatever, and all. It's a feast in a bowl with one of those odd-shaped spoons that they give you, and chopsticks too. They'll give you in those choice types of restaurant. But that's not the ramen that I went to college on. The college ramen was, in fact, I remember Keith Downey just eating raw ramen one time. He was so into his evening.
Well, raw ramen came around in our lives with that Chinese slaw. Yeah.
Which I haven't made in a long time, and it's a good way to it's really good when you don't feel like doing a lot and you need a whole side. I want to work on the chicken. I don't want to work on any other crap. We're having company. Do the Chinese slaw. Just throw it together.
Yeah, and you describe it. If you would describe it to me, I would have said no, thank you.
Right, it's just shredded cabbage and then a little dressing and raw ramen that you crumble up.
Well, there is some magic in that dressing, I think. I mean, it's got that. It's a nice soy, sugary wonder.
It's a salty sugar. Yeah, it's salty.
But you're eating raw, crunchy ramen, and you'd think, no way am I doing that. And yet, it's like a nut or something in there.
Or a wonton noodle. It's like it's like wonton noodles. Those crunchy wonton noodles that you put on top of stir fry or whatever. It's the same principle.
Yeah,
it's dry, crunchy stuff.
Yeah, and everybody loves it. You make it, and people go, huh, and then they eat it, and then they want the recipe.
And there's like 8 things. No, not even 8. There's probably 4 things that go in. There's spring onions, I think, scallions, and some cabbage.
You got to get that
And
Napa
then-
cabbage.
Yes.
If it's
And
really
then-
going to be, yeah.
But then what? The dressing, which is, I think, oil and
Soy
sugar
sauce and stuff. Yeah,
soy,
and you
maybe
heat it
some
up a
vinegar.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to heat. That's what you do usually is you make it on site. Like if you're doing it at a friend's house, you have the bowl of everything, and then what I'll do is I'll warm up that dressing on site and drizzle it. Otherwise, it gets soggy. Like anyone
Right.
cares about that.
And what he does, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, is he gathers everybody around. There's like 50 people. He knows like 6 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? I'm about to prepare the dressing for the Chinese slaw. And then there's like,
The
you know,
Chinese-
walla, 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 Chinese slaw. What's that? And then somebody says, is that raw ramen? And everybody laughs. And he goes, I know what you're thinking. Just give it a try. And anyway, you can extrapolate how the evening plays out. It's just then the piano and
Oh yeah. Hijinks ensues after that.
hijinks. That's the word.
That ensues. And it ensues is what it does.
And then low jinks later.
Low jinks. Right. And then there's the Goldilocks jinx, which is right in the middle.
This is just right, jinx.
Just right jinx. Yeah. Okay. So Dean's here, which is good.
Hey,
but
Dean,
here.
welcome.
Yeah. So thought, and then it jumped the rails. Thought, and then it jumped. Did you get Christmas put down? By the put down, it sounds like an old cat.
Well, that's funny because today Tracy said we still got to take down Christmas. I'm like, why do you want to take down Christmas? So yeah, no, we still
a notch or two. Take it down a notch or two.
It's still Christmas here.
Okay,
but it will. I think tomorrow for sure we will dismantle. Today was all about, for me, like you probably can't tell much, but my whole studio. Like I dismantled everything and I moved the voice thing over to the other side of the room so that I can have now I got this big open. I'll show you.
Okay, we're
So
going to
this
go
is
on a tour of Bob's studio.
Well, I'm not. I mean, this is the corner, and that's where the voice thing
That
was.
used to have a voice tent there. I
and
shouldn't
now
call
I
it a
moved
tent.
it over here.
Oh, look what you did.
Uh-oh.
Bob broke
that was
his
close.
studio.
Yes. But yeah, so now I want to.
What's the
I gotta
purpose?
figure out what I'm going to do back there. Well, the idea is because most of the videos I make on YouTube, which is like my thing now, right, is making these YouTube videos.
Oh, is that your thing?
It is.
That's your thing.
It's what I'm doing now.
Okay, so
And so because I don't have a green screen behind me in this setting, and because I want to be able to just spontaneously go do a recording where I'm working, I've got a technology that takes out the background without a green screen, but it does need some sort of uniformity. This works okay, but it doesn't work with this software that we broadcast with. It works with another piece of software, which is why I don't have any kind of interesting background. So
I haven't had interesting background since the lounge opened. Speaking of the lounge, I've got
Thank
a
you,
picture to
Dean.
show you. I have a, if I can do this right, you know me and this whole sharing
yeah.
the screen. It always runs into problems, but let's give this a whirl. You probably recognize this, Bob?
of course, Fat Cats.
Yes, Fat Cats. And that, by the way, the reason we're showing the Fat Cats sign is because that's new, that's improved. New and improved. Fat Cats was shut down and went through this long remodeling process. I followed along on social media, and now there's a brand new, I saw a couple interior shots, but I didn't think to grab them.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Fat Cats, boys and girls, for those of you who want to go into the Lake Geneva area, is new and improved. And I saw a couple of little photos, and I had forgotten how doggone tiny that place is or was. It's just a little strip. You walk in, there's just it's narrow, and all of a sudden you're at the back, and you go, that's it? That's the whole bar? There's not a whole lot. But we spent a fair share of time consuming beer in that place, didn't we?
Not me. I was only there twice, and
Really?
I think, yeah.
See?
Didn't have a
The
lot.
brain. I see you there in my
You
memory
conflate
banks,
me
like-
with all those guys. I was back in
Yes.
college. I was in the motel.
Well, no,
in the hotel.
not in college. Although speaking of that, I'm on a chain of text with the college gang, and John Ryder put up a picture of him and Joe hunting one time. Joe Vandehay, which is a name you love.
Vandehay
Joe
Industries.
Vandehay. Yeah. So Joe Vandehay and John, and they had some ducks that they had.
Were they in a row?
hunted they were on the sidewalk. That's what the guys do. These hunters, and then they take. But I was looking, going, my gosh. Wow, they're young. You know, like, wow, they're really young. And then I go, that's right, because it was 40 years ago.
Okay, what a freaking segue. Unbelievable. So obviously, so I am doing videos on YouTube, and they're all AI stuff, and I'm truly trying to get that channel. I'm trying to get that channel going. I've actually started to monetize. There's estimated revenue coming, and I got 2 sponsorship deals already. It's good stuff. Yeah,
that is good. I'm not smart ass in here. Congratulations, that's cool.
Yeah, super fun stuff. And let's see, where is this thing? Hold on one sec. And so obviously one of the things, I play with all the crazy AI stuff, and I just wanted to show you this one thing because you were talking about 40 years ago. I've been doing obviously a lot of my. Well, I say obviously as if you watch everything I do, but I do a lot of face swapping stuff. As
I watched the gnome thing the other day, and I liked that. The gnomes, the
generations of gnomes. Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool.
So
I watch a few. I check in. Oh, go ahead.
So this is obviously a real-time face swap, but it's of me in The Secret. So this is the 2005. Oh, sorry. This is the 2005 Bob Doyle.
That's frightening. That you are much younger. You don't have the lines of life on your face.
I know. I could stream like this all the time, and no one would be the wiser.
Well, it doesn't look authentically authentic, but it's really close.
Well,
maybe that's because you've got side by side.
If you look at the picture that this came from, it looks just like that. That it's a picture from The Secret. It's a frame from The Secret, and I'm kind of.
Oh, I believe you. I think it's fascinating. What I'm saying is, if I didn't have a side by side, I wouldn't be able to tell necessarily that it was digitally enhanced. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and this is a really low res. This is at 320 by 240 blown up. So what would you need? A better camera, more RAM? What do you need? Well, I mean, really, it would be
processing power.
It's already it's already a pretty strong processor, but I guess it would need even more or multiple or whatever to get up to like HD in real time. I don't even know if we could do it, but I mean, the delay isn't that bad. I was gonna put one more in here.
I like that, by the way. That's pretty cool. I want to see me. I want you to go grab me. Like, you've got all those pictures. And in fact, I do, but Hollywood True Story the other day. I found it again. So your True Hollywood Story of my 40th birthday is. I backed it up in 14 places. So it's for sure we got it. Oh, look at you, Gene Hackman.
There you go. So you got that one. Yeah. So what the thing is you, like Tracy, it just doesn't look like you. I will show you. Hold on. Let me go find it here.
You can do that with my feed now with what I'm sending on camera.
No. I've just got a picture.
Oh, very good. Very good. Sorry.
Well, actually, you say. I mean, I could probably make that happen, but that's like me playing a CD. So.
No, I understand. The boys and girls, some at home understand that Bob.
All right. So that's your face on my face, and it's you're in there. But there's just something about how my face takes on the shape of your face where it's just not.
Well, and it's your hair still, I think.
Well, yeah, but I don't know that that's the only thing. To me, it's like the eyes and something else isn't quite right. And Tracy is the same way. Like Tracy's face doesn't replace well. It just because she's from another planet.
One of a kind. Lat is one of a kind. Let's just face it, man. Yeah. There are no more lat bats.
But it is. There are people who it just doesn't work. Precisely with, but I did test Steven and it looks amazing to me.
My son Steven.
Yeah, you want to see? Hold on.
Yeah, in fact, I was told by the gang at work that we look alike, that we have similar features. My friends, oh yeah, you could tell that's your son. And of course, I see similarities, but he's bigger than me, he's better looking. I don't see it, but they all say that Steven looks like me, which remember the whole joke was because he was so big that he must be the mailman's kid or whatever. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the picture that I had, and I should have had it handy, but this is a phone call that some people listen in on. I got it. Well, I know I have it here in this folder, but there's a zillion other things here.
A zillion.
Mm-hmm. This is, you look at how many files are in here, and it says a zillion. It says a space.
So speaking, since we're killing time, since we're just killing time, play more. See, Dean wants to see more of the AI wizardry. Wizardry, I could do a wizardry kind of thing.
And then what? How do you follow that up? There we go.
Now I see Steven in that big time.
Sure, that's it's an older picture. I mean, that's just something from, I don't know when.
I can see Steven in there. Totally, in fact, when it first popped up, it was almost a little, it's a little creepy. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and if I had his voice cloned and set up the delay, we could have a Zoom call.
I don't have any, what's funny, you mentioned that, I don't have any Steven as an adult. All the times I've recorded him were when he was a kid and, for commercials and then for, I'll save this because I want to remember what he sounded like when he was 6, that kind of thing.
Right.
Which I've got all that. But so if I were to have something of him speaking, let's say that I recorded him on microphone last week and I sent you that, you could use that then and you.
Oh, totally.
How does that? And then it'll figure out how to say all the other words. In other words, just the words
I'll
I
just
sent you.
You
see the question I'm asking? You might not have every word in the world that I send you, but you can use that example then to have the computer fill in the blanks more or less, like the DNA, dog DNA.
Yes, that's one way to put it.
Okay.
It'll figure it out from that sample and do a pretty good job. And I'll have to if I was going to do it real time where I'm talking and then there's a delay, but I mean where it syncs up.
And
here's Dean.
Whoa.
So there's
Look
Dean.
at that. That's Dean.
Mm-hmm. His eyes were the eyes are a little weird on this one. Well, it's not only the eyes, but
so and this software, you paid for it, or is this software another one of them? You just find them out there and use them.
That's right. They're free and open source. Most of the ones I did. I had a paid version of this that someone was selling, and they couldn't. It didn't work nearly as good as this, and they wanted
help me with something. Help me because I've been now this. I'm going to go into your world, and you're going to educate me. Open source. What's the upside from a business angle?
Well,
the concept of putting your stuff out there. And
no, it's not a business. No. It's not a business. It's not the business angle. It is free and open source so that everybody has access to it, can change it. Right. There is no money changing hands. It's for the betterment and advancement.
That. Yeah. I know that part. I know there's no money changing hands. So what's the advantage of you creating something and letting anyone have it?
To advance the cause, to advance technology.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's Star Trek kind of stuff then, right? I mean, money doesn't matter. And I'm not slamming it because my nephew, he also has a lot of his stuff is open source on all that web design that he's done over the last 3 years. And I'm thinking, wow, cool, but how do you monetize?
Well, you can take the open source, modify it to your own and sell whatever you modify. I mean, that's the point. I mean, it's like, here's all this great code, do something cool with it.
Right.
And then if you package it up, and do put your own spin on it, you can decide whether or not it's going to be open source or,
I was wondering if it's like, sometimes you would, when you did other things online for commerce, you would put some of it out there to get people intrigued, and then they want more. But open source is not the same business model, is what I'm saying.
No. I mean, there's still plenty of, obviously that software does free trials, but it's not. It's not like that. No, you can. But now a lot of open source do take donations. That's kind of part of it. You go to an open source page and perhaps, hey, if you like this, donate to the developer, buy me a cup of coffee. I mean, there's that kind of support, and people do support it.
Like Wikipedia, where they'll say every now and then, please
don't scroll. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just asking, and I'm not slamming on anything. I'm just trying to learn.
I'm just answering.
I'm just asking. So the reason, by the way, it's just arbitrary. It doesn't tie in at all. Bad segue. But the other reason, when I asked you about did you get Christmas taken down, it dawned on me the other day, two things. One, I got my calendar up this year. Just want to let you know, Bob, because you made fun of me last year. So the new one came like on the 28th, and I got the new calendar put up. And then also, overpriced candy is almost tolerably priced now. Christmas candy, like as of the 27th, 28th, it's kind of like buying roses for your sweetheart on the 15th of February. Which I used to do every year. So yeah, Christmas candy, the expensive stuff, the Rochers and all that with the foil, the gold foil. And now you can get that at reasonable price instead of $14 for 3 pieces or something, which they charge you to stuff stockings.
Our house, we have so much sugar.
Wasn't it you telling me that sugar's bad for your it's bad for cognitive?
It's very bad for your brain.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's probably one of the worst things. And
sugar.
Yeah, that's why I know that they're trying to kill me. No, I mean Amber. She just loves to bake. I mean, this is just like her thing. And, well, I can't just let it go to waste.
Well, no, I get that. And what's funny about that is Pamela, my sister, as you know, but she is a wonderful baker. And she bakes constantly. Now, it's a little healthier than, let's say, cupcakes with 30,000 inches of frosting or something. But she bakes all the time. And everything in the bakery world takes sugar in some way, shape, or form, for the most part, right? And yet, she won't fry food. Oh, no, that's not good. But you make baked goods every morning. Scones and pies and cookies. And I just find that, I guess that's what you do there is you say, since we're doing all this sugar, we're going to have to cut out something bad, fried foods.
However, we need to rationalize doing the things we want to do.
Isn't that
There's going to be a report that's going to support our opinion that we can point at when someone says, you probably shouldn't do that. Oh, really? Well, I got this report.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold that thought right there. I've got something for you.
Weekend special.
It is cold as out here. I don't know what it is. I wasn't ready.
Cold as the breast of a witch.
Yeah, but okay. Oh, that's not good.
Where you broke
Internet. It's 46 degrees in Henderson.
It's 45 here, pretty close considering you're in that warm desert and I'm in that. Although this is a good time of year.
We're Chelsea now, Lois. We're in the 50s all week and we're in the 30s at night. And it's if I forget and leave the window open because it does get warm in the studio for obvious reasons. Because the sun of our universe is centered here, just in case people didn't know.
Isn't it a star by definition? Isn't our sun a star?
No, that's a myth. That's just what they teach you in school.
By the way, it's snowing by Dean, he said.
He's in Reno, I think, right? Yeah, so, it felt like it was going to snow. It was like really, really cold. It's been overcast for several days. It just has that just a flurry, that you just expect to see like a little, but no. So now I think we got sunshine.
You were raised here, so you really haven't had the pleasure of consistently shoveling snow.
Oh, God, no. I wouldn't hate that, yeah.
Well, you kind of do. I mean, that's why when you're young, you don't know any better, right? Your dad says you go shovel, and of course you do. And now that I think about it, if Steven, and I would have had him do this. I had him take care of all the dog crap, so it's the same game.
How long do you have to do this, Dad?
I'm doing it now. And man, the look on his face, that was not a good look. Oh, crap. No pun intended. Oh, crap. I mean, he's up there drinking that Pepsi and he's going, this isn't good. I can do the math on this. This is going to suck.
I'm going to join the military.
Yeah, right.
I'll get out of it somehow.
I don't think they have dogs in the Air Force.
They do not allow dogs in the military.
All
they do is lick people and want to play fetch all the time.
Funny you say that because that couldn't be further from the truth. There's an entire monument at Lackland Air Force Base that in honor of canine participation in the military. All these dogs that were for bomb sniffing and all these things that dogs do. And they showed the different Malamutes or whatever, German Shepherds, the ones over the years it was beautiful, like this sculpture, this beautiful monument.
The least they could do for putting those dogs in harm's way.
Well, right.
To make up for it, we're going to build a statue that they don't get.
But there were the flags at the statue, the flags of the Army, the Navy, so forth, and the Air Force flag there at that canine monument at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. That flag is the same one that I fly here because the Air Force has two different flags. But I go with the old school one that I fly here. And it's been flying here ever since Stephen graduated, which it's funny, too, because he'll tell me, I think I've told you this, he'll tell me stories about the military. No, it's more, it's just interesting, funny, not ha-ha. But
there needs to be another word for that,
For what?
Well, when people say it's funny, when it's not, they should.
Oh, right.
But it's more than interesting.
This is really funny. Yeah, I say peculiar or ha-ha funny. Peculiar funny or ha-ha funny. Yeah. I guess peculiar. Now I've almost forgotten what I did. Thank you. I've completely forgotten what I was about to say.
I need a trained derailment sound effect because
I don't have that.
I just go after
crickets. I found crickets the other day, though. And I was just going to save that in case you drag on a story about, and you get too techie, then I thought I would use the crickets.
Oh, don't. No, that's too close to home.
Well, no, but you're good about it. You'll get there, but you're right on the precipice of being too techie, and then you bring it back for us regular folks, Bob. You're a very good instructor in that regard.
I see. Yeah, me talking about what I do is a sleep aid for Tracy. I'm not
That's
even
funny.
kidding.
That's funny to me because then I thought of a million things that are kind of dirty. The whole sleep aid. My brain goes right in the gutter, and then I thought of my dad's joke about the woman who has all those kids, like 15 kids, and someone asked her, "Why do you have all these kids?" Oh no, asked the husband. That's what it was. How come your family has all these kids? You got 15 kids, and the husband says it's because my wife's hard of hearing. And they said, I don't understand. And he says, I'll get ready to, I'll get ready for the evening and I'll come into the bedroom. I'm getting undressed and I'll look at her and I say, you want to go to sleep or what? And she goes, what?
And with those words, those were the words they chose. I kid you not. Those were the words. So when those words came out, they decided that's when they were going to end the show. They could have done, I don't know, countless other things, but they chose that sequence of words to end it. And this is how we're left with the show. I don't get it. I don't think I can watch anymore.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.
Hi, Pop. Happy birthday, sir.